obviously, tremendous win for us. We talked about, I know everybody's thinking about all the tiebreaker scenarios and do we have a chance to get into Cleveland. We did what was in our control. We won today. We don't have a losing record in the league, and I've got my feelings about even being in this situation, but at the same time we also put ourselves in this situation, and so we own that. But really proud of the way they played today. Lindsey, Mariah, especially for Mariah, to find a way to get her a win, her last game on this court was really big. It's something she'll always remember. So really proud of that. I thought our defense was phenomenal. I thought they really did a great job of listening to the game plan, really doing a good job of making Ohio take tough shots. First half we did a phenomenal job of keeping them off the offensive glass. Second half they were like they were flying out of nowhere. I don't even know where they were coming from, but they were battling, and we got just enough defensive boards. We made just enough shots, a couple of big threes in key moments to seal the win for us. But Ohio and us are two teams that were picked in the top four. They were picked to win the league, and we both have had our struggles this year. It's been tough to get our footing this year, especially in conference play. And at the end of the day, we did what we had control over in this last game, and really proud of Lindsey for breaking the three-point record. If you think about it in terms of games played, we missed at least 10 games last season from COVID, and Lindsey also was out, for 4 or 5 games there in the beginning of conference season. That's about 15 games fewer that she didn't have the opportunity to get that, and she still got the record. So, obviously one of the more prolific shooters the most prolific shooter in Kent State history, women's basketball history, and one of the best in conference history for sure. So, really proud of her. Anytime you break any kind of record, that's special. So really proud of her for getting that done.
All right, questions for Lindsey?
Can you talk about what breaking that record means to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Just over the years working hard at shooting in the gym and stuff, so kind of just paid off. But that's all due to my teammates just getting me open, off cuts, passes, assists, whatever. But it's mostly due to them and just the position that I'm able to get in games. So.
You had quite a section today, the cheering section.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel good, obviously?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they always got my back. Always yelling in my ear.
What was just kind of your thoughts on, there's so much uncertainty. There's still uncertainty. You still don't know what's going on, but just what this game is like, not really knowing what's going on, knowing obviously you had to win.
Yeah, like Coach said, we had to just go in and control what we can control, and we did that today. At this point, we're kind of just praying other things could go our way, but everybody knew that this was our last chance, and the only shot we had to make in the tournament, and everybody showed up today. So.
Is this one of the more physical games you can remember?
Oh,
Seems
for
like
sure.
Both teams are on the floor as much as they were.
Yeah, on the floor, getting rebounds and stuff. It was a very physical game from what we've played so far. So.
What do you think you got made a couple of threes late. What kind of pushed you over in a game that kind of could have went either way, obviously.
Yeah, that's exactly what pushed us over. Was Bridget hit a few big threes, and then Rye hit a bang at the top of the key. So that really just got us all super hyped going into the end of the game. So that's kind of what was a turning point in the second half for us.
Just really quick, Lindsey, what defensively was going your way today?
Well, their offense, they have some really good individual players, and we just had to have each other's backs and help and our gaps, and I think we did a really good job of that and rotating and scrambling in the game. So.
Anything from Mariah?
Yeah, just both teams were really trying to very defensive game. You were able to hit that three late. That really was a big part of the win. Just kind of talk about what you're thinking going into that shot and how it felt to make.
The clock was winding down, and she put her hands down, so I was like, I'm about to pull it. And I shot it, and it went in, so, just the nail in the coffin. It was good to hit that, so it's a good win for us.
you know, you kind of had your struggles with shooting threes this year at different times. Keep, you know, pecking away, obviously, and you come up and you have a shot at the end. Was there any hesitation there at all?
No.
Like that one?
I mean, you're going to miss if you don't take the shot anyway, so you might as well take it with confidence. So I kind of got over that throughout the year. Went up and down with that. I finally, like, was able to just say, all right, screw it, and just shoot it. And I probably shot some ones I shouldn't have shot, but, I mean, as a shooter, you can't have that mindset. So just kind of just being positive about everything.
What were your kind of thoughts? We asked Lindsey about, you know, the uncertainty that's still here coming into this game. Not really know what's going on, but obviously knowing you had to win it.
Yeah, just controlling what we can control. The only thing that we can control is our game. We can't control everything that goes around, that's going on around the league. We can just control what we had in front of us today, and that was beating OU. And then where the chips fall, they fall, but just handling our business and doing what we had to do.
Obviously, hopefully you guys both get to play more, but have you guys given any thought to what you're going to do, whether you're going to return or not?
I'm not. This is my last year, whether it was my last game or not. But yeah, I'm just 4 years was enough for me. I had fun while I was here, but I think 4 years was good.
I'll still be playing.
Does it make it a little more special than when having obviously Lindsey got another year now?
I
You
mean,
knew before the game started that this was it, then obviously. So.
yeah. I mean, whether it was our last game or not, I mean, this is my last year. So with the possibility that this could be my last game, yeah, I knew that. So it was good to go out on a win if it was the last game, but if it wasn't, then I'm ready to keep going. But yeah, it's my last year, so excited that we won today, and whatever happens next week or whatever down the road, then that happens. But happy to win today.
Anything else for the student athlete? Ready, she good to go? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Questions, Coach?
Physical game. Talk about that. You know, obviously two desperate teams out there and playing that way.
Yeah, I mean, third quarter was, 8-6 on the scoreboard there. I mean, we had Ohio didn't score in the third quarter until I think after the media, like under 4 or something like that. Yeah, it was physical. It was two desperate teams, and they fought hard, we fought hard. I mean, but it was a physical game. I'm proud of our players for not backing down from that. They actually, stepped to that and played through it. Continued to do tough things, and embrace that. So I was really pleased. Really pleased with the fact that they did that, and I thought they, did an excellent job. I mean, Mariah, her story's probably not told enough for a player of her size to be able to come to a really good mid-major program, Division I program at her size, and to be able to have a really good career, to fight, to be not only be relevant but be important. To hit that big shot, that was great for her. I knew she was shooting before. I could tell on her face she was pulling that. But that was a great moment for her. But her growth has been phenomenal, since she's been here, and really proud of the opportunity to be her coach, for sure.
You threw a lot of people at hooks, obviously. But, didn't defend her free throws, which is crazy, but her shooting numbers I've never really seen her do anything like that. Just talk about what you were able to do to keep her down.
Talk about hooks, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation to be in for a player like her. I mean, she's the all-time leading scorer in MAC history, and I told their staff before the game, no matter what happens in this game, I still win because I don't have to coach against her anymore. She's been a phenomenal player, and at times unguardable. We've had games like that where she's. I thought team-wise, Dave Wilson always asked me, how are you going to defend their best player? I always say that we're going to defend her with the team, and with good players like that, you have to do that. And so I thought we did a really good job. I thought our players did a really good job of listening to the game plan, the way we wanted to defend, how we wanted to defend off the ball against her. Late, we wanted to try and put her at the free throw line if we could, because she finishes at such a high rate. We wanted to try and make sure she wasn't getting and ones or easy buckets. And it's tough for a player, like that. She's, probably pressing at the end there, trying to really do something to help her team win. And sometimes that goes for you, or sometimes it can go against you.
Anything else?
Oh, just I don't even. As we sit here, we don't know what's going on. You don't even know who needs to win. I mean, is that accurate?
I don't. Yeah, I tried to figure it out for the last 3 days, and I'll be careful what I say about it. But regardless, it's a tough pill to swallow when you have a better conference record than somebody else at the end of the season, and you just beat them, and they may get in and you won't. That's tough for an 18 to 22-year-old to understand how that makes sense, number one, and number two, I get you have to do COVID and this, that, and the other, and have to figure out how to try and create some kind of balance with that. I get it, but like I said, for an 18 to 22-year-old, especially for Mariah, who's given everything she has for 4 years, to be in a situation where you try to make that make sense to her, you're not going to make sense. It's not going to make sense to her. So that's tough. Maybe by some miracle we get in. I don't know how all that stuff's supposed to fall out or whatever. But once again, the biggest thing is we came into today's game saying let's control what we can control. The only thing we can do is beat Ohio. If we don't beat Ohio, there's no scenario that helps us. So let's take care of our part, and then we'll see. Like Mariah said, we'll let the chips fall where they may. But so we'll do that then.
Assuming you don't get to go, do you still think there's a chance that you could get the season extended? I don't even know what. I know obviously the WNIT's out there. I don't even know if there are any other tournaments.
There are some other tournaments. The WNIT, we actually have a great resume. Coming into today's game, we had the third highest net in the conference. We were sitting right outside of the top 100. I think we were 104. And we're 18-11. We don't have a losing record in our conference. And we beat UCLA when they were number 19 in the country. We beat Penn State, so we've got 2 Power 5 wins. So there's a lot of things, and once again, we've stumbled through conference play. But coming into this game, we had a winning record in our last 10 games. So that was, we've lost a few, but we also had a nice winning streak there as well. And we'll see. I mean, I think we have an excellent resume for the WNIT. And we'll try to be exhaustive in seeing if that makes sense for us. Hopefully these players still get the opportunity to play, because I think when this team clicks together, and you've seen it, when this team plays well together, they're really good, right? But we've had our issues in finding that consistency, and we put ourselves in this situation. But at the same time, I think it's a really good basketball team when they play like they did today.